Okay, I bet some of you came from the last video, but if you did not come from the last video, I'll put a link right here, so you can click on it and watch the last video. It was all about telling you guys how I came up with this idea for content and everything. And on the screen, you can see clearly this is the content strategy for the week, and today's activity, my dear friends, is the weekly market analysis. So let's get down into it. So if you're out there and you want to see what forex trading really looks like, this is the channel for you. Like, trust me, this is the channel for you. This channel is the raw documentation of actual progress and regressions that a person who is into forex seriously and also has a 9-to-5 job is like. This is literally the whole shebang. There is no hiding anything, there is no pretending, there is no extra editing, there's no fini family. It's just seeing the real raw experience, seeing your trades go straight into profit, seeing your trades go into profit and then go back to entry and stop loss, seeing your trades go straight into stop loss. That is what this channel is all about. I don't know if this mic sounds good because my other mic, I think I forgot it in the office. I can't find it anywhere in my house. But if I have to buy a new mic, please leave a comment below that you can't hear this sound clearly. I don't mind. I'll buy a new mic, that same type or something better. I really don't mind. I just want the sounds to be very clear. So I hope you guys are getting clear sounds. But back to the video. This week I think I took 2 or 3 trades. Okay, so this week I took 2 trades. USD CAD, which ended up in a loss, and then AUD USD, which is still running. I won't spoil you guys yet, no spoilers. So it ended up in a loss, but I lost a lot more less than I supposed to lose. I haven't talked about the former trades, so what I'm going to do is I am going to, I think, increase it. Yeah, so the last sets of trade I made, right? GBP NZD, massive loss. Well, not really, it's a massive loss because I lost $44. But funny thing is this, let's go to the chart. So we have GBP NZD, USD CAD and AUD USD. Let's start with the very first one. In terms of entry time, I think this was the first one. So GBP NZD is the first one. Let's head straight for GBP NZD. I was already logged in, so let's go. Yeah, GBP NZD was the first one. You can see I don't hide my account, right? So if I pull up GBP NZD trade, you see it's supposed to be running in profit, but something happened. So this trade was taken on the 4-hour premise, and what happened was we saw, as usual, we spotted that weekly. I'm going to take you guys to the chart, but for now let's just look at it through this lens of last week. We spotted this weekly fair value gap, and we saw the fair value gap below mitigated. So as you can see, all these candles are all weeks, meaning market is rejecting at this top. So we scroll down into this should be the daily time frame, I think. Yeah, this is the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, if you observe something, is so this was the first fair value gap we saw, and this is the one that got mitigated. So during the mitigation, we didn't see the fair value gap in, fair value gap out. We didn't see the sharp turn here. We waited, right? We waited, and then we finally got this was a daily sharp turn in and fair value gap in, fair value gap out, which is like a sharp turn, right? And after we saw this, what happens next? We did what we are supposed to do, right? We took a sell trade. Well, on the 4 hours or so, I took the sell trade in faith, and you can see it went in. Now something happened because I got closed out of this trade. Not really closed out, I hit stop loss on this trade. As you can see, stop loss was hit, $44.25 was lost. How come? So how come is it still working in profit here? Well, this is simple. It's very simple. My stop loss was tied to this very high. You can see right here, this very high is, let me just put this right here. This very high on the 4 hours, I was aiming for this high. Yeah, so this high was, you can read it right here, 2.22099, and you can see my stop loss was 22107. You see, this is 10099, mine is 107, which is about 1 pip away. But this is what you notice, right? This is what you notice. The price was negative 4 pips away, just 4 away. But guess what? The spread here is 9.8, and this was what at night, which we all know at night it spread even higher, probably 14, 15, 16. So it's a sell trade, meaning it's going to have to buy back my contract, right? I was going to have to buy back the contract. The buy spread is always away from the sell spread. Now, if you calculate the trade, the place I entered, it means the buy spread went so well off that it's wicked into me, because you see this candle is being printed by the sell. These candles we see are being printed by the sell price, but the buy price got around there and was enough to buy back my contract. So it means I was bought back at this point, which is this is where my trade closed. You can see 19th of February 01, and you can see, let me increase it into 1 hour. You can see right there 2 o'clock on the dot, and what time? 2:04. That's when I got wicked out of this trade. I would have still been in this trade. I wanted to place the trade again when I woke up in the morning. I just looked at it and I said, you hit stop loss, I think you should just chill on it, observe the market. It's still wiggling, right? It's still wiggling. That is the first trade. Now let's head into the next trade, which is the USD Canadian dollar. Now this trade was taken up on 18th. 18th was when? Probably a Wednesday or so, a Tuesday. So on Tuesday this trade was taken and it didn't hit stop loss. I closed out of this trade myself. What was the reason behind this trade? Obviously you can see fair value gap up for the monthly fair value gap, and you can see this large fall from price, right? Very large fall. And then we had what you can see, the market kept falling on the weekly, huge collapse. Now if you observe my write-up here, you see my premise started from the daily. So on the daily time frame, what do we see? We saw this fair value gap inside here, saying price is most likely pushing beyond the fair value gap for the monthly fair value gap. And then on the 4 hours, right, I'm observing this sets of wicks. You can see on the 4 hours there are wicks, feeling like price was finding it difficult to go above, like go into the fair value gap and keep it. And then then this is my trade, right? So on my trade, I'm seeing price finding it difficult to continue higher, which I then entered right here. And on my entry, you can see price move all the way here, and then I just coughed out of the trade myself. You know, I jumped out of the trade myself, which is something we all agree that I won't be doing much anymore. But here is the trade in actual reality compared to today. This is where I went out of the trade, and you can see that it is in heavy loss right now. If I'll still be in the same amount of loss as the time, similar amount of loss as the time when I left the trade. But is this trade going to work? Because this trade is a 1 hour premise trade, right? There's no fair value gap in, fair value gap out anywhere here, and till now there's no clear one, unless the market prints one anytime soon. So if by Monday the market prints out anything, then I'll be taking a trade. As you all know, I trade sharp turns only. Sharp turns, I don't know how to use order flow. But recently I have been liking something else, and that thing is called liquidity sweeps and liquidity runs. So I have a running trade, which is the AUD USD trade that you guys are seeing, and this trade started from the monthly premise with a daily entry. What is this trade about? You can see right here I said entry style liquidity run. This is the first time I'm writing liquidity run in my trades, first time ever. not really first time ever. I did liquidity run back when I was learning from Casper and MC, some little bit of things there, but this is the first time I'm actually taking it into account. Now, liquidity runs and liquidity rates, I cannot explain it right now, but let's do it like this. I would probably make a video in the future where I would explain liquidity rates and liquidity run. But on YouTube, there are so many videos, right? There's so many videos. I will leave a link for probably 1 or 2 in the description box, and you can go out there and figure out whichever one you like. So down here we have this. What is this? What are you looking at here? We're looking at the previous month's candles high. You can see I kind of write it here, So previous month's high. Price has finally gotten to this monthly high, and seems like it's not stopping. So if it's not stopping, it's where next? I mean, the next high, obviously. So I went into the weekly, and this is what I saw. So on the first one, right, you can see a fair value gap is forming up. It's coming up right here. Now, if a fair value gap is coming up right here, it means they are willing to push price higher, like way higher. And if price is supposed to go higher, price is going to go to the next monthly high, probably, not certain, probably. So down on the daily, what do I observe? I observe that this monthly high was taken with a good fair value gap move, price returning to the fair value gap, and was respecting the space. So I took a buy trade aiming for the other monthly high, that is the closest high around it, and bringing that trade right in front of us right here. The trade is currently running in losses, but what are my premise? Am I still holding on to this trade? Let's see if I'm still holding on to this trade. So yeah, you can see I have 2 trades here. There's one for a sell, one for a buy. But what am I saying? On the weekly, now my weekly FEG has been confirmed. You can see this right here, fully confirmed, because this week has ended. Fully confirmed weekly FEG has been formed. And on the daily, so if you look here, you'll see it's a weekly fair value gap, and this is my daily fair value gap, and it's well lapping. It's well lapping, but it doesn't mean, now this doesn't mean that price cannot, retrace and kiss my stop loss in a couple of 1 hour. It doesn't mean that. But what I'm just saying is, I feel it is going to be very difficult for price to find its way down to this low, or even to this point, before getting to this point. I just feel. I may be wrong, I may be right, but I just feel that way. So right there, all of you have seen my weekly market analysis for the past week, right? What we'll be doing tomorrow is observing what we think will happen for the next week. So recently I have, should I call it, 3 methods of trading now, which is, as you all know, the MMC method, which MMC, which involves, I only trade sharp turns. And sharp turns, I don't know how to explain it, but I already explained it in the MMC guide, MMC concept videos playlist. I'll put the link in the video below, like right in the description. But also, I might explain it with my own understanding over time. And then I'm trading the MMC, specifically the MMC sharp turn technique. Then I'm also trading liquidity rates and liquidity run. All of this, I only look for views, like I only look for trades when there is a monthly and weekly fair value gap. That's the only time I trade the MMT. For the liquidity rates and liquidity run, I only look for opportunities and entries when price has crossed a previous candle's high or low. Not just the previous candle, like any high or low on the monthly, weekly, and then the daily. So you can see now I actually added the daily. I think I'm going to remove the daily entirely, but monthly and weeklies are where I look for entries. So if I see context, if I see narrative around monthly, weekly, then I will dive in to look for entries. But as you all know, this is it for today. Until the next one, thank you all for watching. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and join this journey. It is a journey to see if a 9-to-5 worker can become profitable at Forex trading. Only Forex trading, no crypto, no metals, no whatever, stocks, bond, options, futures. I don't know how to do those stuffs yet. But for just CFD, crypto, right? Forex, CFD. Let's see if a 9-to-5 worker can actually gain good reputation, or more like become better at it. If I end up being a loss after a year, at least I learned that was a loss. Maybe we could then try probably crypto. Probably I don't think I'll ever try crypto. I don't really like crypto, so I think I'll try options or futures next, then metals and energy. But apart from this, I don't see myself in anywhere else. So catch you all, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and thank you all for watching. See you all on the next one. It should be tomorrow. Goodbye.